Hello, today we are in Queen Creek, Arizona. I'm taking you through a home located in the community of Nauvoo Station. We've been here before. I like this community because of the location within Queen Creek, and it's very unique because there's several different builders in this community. Today we're looking at a Blanford home. These are one of the older homes here that were first built, and this house was built in 2010. Before I take you outside, I don't want the neighbors to hear me, but I think this is the worst street in the neighborhood. Let me tell you why. First of all, it's one of the pass-through streets, so everybody turning in from Ocotillo cuts through. Second, the railroad track is super close. Third, you're just really close to Ocotillo. You can hear all the traffic, so I just didn't want to tell you all that outside in case the neighbors are like, who's this lady talking crap about our street? But you know what? I'm always keeping it real, you guys. All right, so we're gonna go outside now. I'm gonna take my phone and flip it. So here we are in the front of the house. That background noise, it's Ocotillo. Oh, look, there's our first car passing through. So the other thing is these streets are pretty narrow. So when there's two cars parked on each side like this, watch, here comes another car, only one of them can get through. So when there's two cars coming at once, one has to just stop and let the other one through. Not saying that's like a deal breaker or anything. I'm just saying, comes another one. It's just the worst street in the neighborhood, you know? One of the streets has to be the worst one, so. The other thing too in this area is you want to make sure you have something to get rid of the birds, the pigeons, because otherwise this happens. A lot of homes will put like those little metal pokey things so the birds don't want to stay. Look at that color, isn't that fun? You don't see that every day. All right, so this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a den. So here's the den. You could easily block this off if you wanted it enclosed. You could have it reframed and put a door or just like a barn door or sliding door. I'm always a fan of an office with a window out front just so you can see what's going on. Look at that color. I wonder if like yellow was their favorite color. And then here, you know, I guess this is like a formal dining room, even though it's kind of small for that, because you'll see in the kitchen, there's also a spot for a table in the kitchen. I mean, personally, if you know me, I'm always talking about where do you put your grand piano. So for me, this would be my grand piano. But for you, you might want your formal dining space right here. So this is probably all original. This is like the granite from that time, and the cabinets look original, but they're in decent shape. This community does have gas, so you'll see gas stovetops and electric, just depending. Okay, these are one of those microwaves. I'm always like, how do I open this thing? Oh, it does have a ladle. Look at, just pull. That was easy. Some of these fancy ones, nowadays you have to like push a button and, whew, way too much work. Just kidding. Small island, but you could fit 2 bar stools. I think this is a really good starter home or like first time home buyer. Even like a Airbnb or a second home So Nauvoo Station is one of the only communities in the area that does not have rental restrictions. So there are a couple like VRBOs or Airbnbs in the community. And there's only one hotel as of right now in Queen Creek. So, you know, it is a good opportunity for anybody looking for an investment and wants to get in the Airbnb business. This could be a good location. Okay, so here's the eat-in kitchen. But you see what I mean? Like the other space is kind of small for formal dining, so it's just interesting. I just open to the living room. This is where you put your TV. Did you know in Arizona, the TV mount is supposed to stay with the house? It's in our contract, but not the TV. When I first got into real estate in 2014, the contract did not say anything about that because they were kind of new. It was like a gray area. So once people started taking them and buyers thought they were supposed to stay, now it's very clear in the contract. Laundry room. Always nice to have a little utility sink in here. Oh, as a general rule of thumb, if the washer, dryer, and refrigerator are at the house and the house is vacant, it's probably staying. I mean, you never know because you do have to write that into the offer. But if it's here and nobody lives here, chances are it's staying. We're in the garage in case you didn't already figure that out. Now that is something you don't see every day. Who knows what that is? Okay, my guess is they did something in here that was smelly and so they were trying to blow the smelly air outside. I don't know. What do you think? If you have an idea, leave me a comment. Oh my goodness, look at that. Old school pencil sharpener. I love that. I wonder what is the meaning of that? I don't know. So if you're new to Arizona, you have to know the water is very hard. It will ruin your appliances. I mean, you'll get stains on if you have like a glass shower door. So really good idea to have a water softener. So that's a water softener loop. So that's really nice. So even though there's not an actual water softener, at least it's looped for one. So the plumbing's already done. You just need to get a plumber to put the softener in. Nice storage. I really like when the doors have like, I don't know what you'd call this, paneling. Just makes it look a little nicer than just a flat door. Guest room. I don't think I showed you the floors, but you have this tile, and you have this like a laminate. Bedroom 2. So interesting, the color is not right. The yellow is much brighter than what you're seeing in that video. It looks like a pale yellow in the video, but in person it's like a very bright yellow. And then these are kind of hard to tell what color they are. That's pretty true. What you're seeing right there, that's about what color they are. There we go. That's what color the yellow is. In case you were wondering. You have attic entrance right here. And then the guest bathroom. Butterflies. And the owner's suite. I like this little, what do you call this? Nook? It's been a long day. I can't even think. A nook, yeah. Put like a chair or a little table or something. And then you do have a entrance to the backyard. You have a slider. It's a good sized bedroom. A walk-in closet. A separate shower and tub. I love the big bathtubs. Toilet room. What I find interesting, all right, so I am 5'1", okay? Look how short the sinks are. I think it's pretty short. Okay, that's just me. All right, shall we go out back? By the way, if you like watching my video walkthroughs, do me a favor, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this house or any other home I do a walkthrough of, and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out, and then that way you get notified anytime I post a new video. I really don't do that many, so hopefully I don't bother you. I won't be annoying or anything, but okay. So hot tub, that is something that we have to include in the contract if somebody wants to keep the hot tub. So AC, and then you have a tankless water heater on the side of the house down there as well. Which, wait, is that right? Didn't we see the water heater? Let me make sure. I don't think that's right. Oh, that's for the solar. Duh. All right, so this house has solar. Anytime you're buying a house with solar, first of all, we need to know, is it leased or owned? If it's owned, is it paid off in full or is there a loan? And if there's a lease, how much time is left on the lease? And what does the payment schedule look like? With leases, they're typically 20 years, and every year they go up. So year 1 might be relatively cheap, but year 20 could be like $300 a month, and I have seen that. So always want to get copies of electric bills, especially in the summer, just to see if it's even worth it, because sometimes it's not. And if you're obtaining a mortgage and there is a solar loan or solar lease, they will take that payment and add it as a debt. So sometimes buyers are no longer approved for what they thought because they have to add in that debt. Anytime a buyer purchases a home with a solar lease or solar loan, they do have to assume the lease or loan. It's also possible you can ask the seller to pay them off in full before closing, so you don't have to take that on. So lots of options with solar. It doesn't look like there's a ton of panels, but all right, so there we are. So you can probably see and hear the traffic from Ocotillo. Just keep that in mind. And then right over that, I don't know if you can tell what I'm talking about, that back wall over there, like way down there, right here. I can make that clear. Anyway, behind that is where the, excuse me, train track is located. And usually we get them like once a day, sometimes twice. I've never been on this side of the community so close to it when a train is passing by. But some people hate that sound, other people don't mind at all. So everyone's different. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. That way I have, more subscribers, not just my mom and myself. Just kidding. Thanks so much for watching. If you want any more information about moving to Queen Creek or the community of Nauvoo Station, reach out to me. My website is theforkenbrockgroup.com, and you can also find me on Instagram. In the description of this video, I also have all my contact info. Thanks for watching. See you next time.